Well, since I growing up was into singing, and it was definitely a passion of mine. I knew, once you get a little bit older as a male, and your voice changes and things like that, I knew that I could no longer be, I couldn't win American Idol. You know what I'm saying at that point? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have the opportunity to, I couldn't just make it on singing alone, and I knew that. And in my music now, I always sing in a lot of my choruses and hooks and things like that, and it's still very much a part of my music, and it's something that I've seen over time, my voice be able to sort of redevelop and get redefined. But, I knew that just trying to take that avenue alone as a singer, I knew that that's not what he had called me to do, for one, and two, I just knew I didn't have, my ability wasn't up to that point, unless you want to just auto-tune me all the time. But, he just gave me this awesome passion for Christian hip-hop, or for hip-hop in general. And I didn't grow up, I'm not one of those people that's ever had this catalog, so to speak, of hip-hop or rap CDs, like a lot of guys do, whether they're, you can ask both Christian and secular artists. They have a library almost of even Christian artists have a library of rappers from both the secular and the Christian realm. And I didn't have that. So, that's not something that I did. So, but rather I found DC Talk was actually one of the first inspirations for me in that genre, in Christian hip hop. And, but I've always been into creative writing as well. And even as a young kid in elementary school, I remember one of my teachers seeing something that I had written and wanting to, just some little funny story about Christmas or something, and wanting to show it around to like all the other teachers on the hall. And that moment at a young age was when I said, okay, there's something different about the way that I write, and I didn't know at that time what capacity that would be. And then 2 years later, me and my brother do a talent show at that same elementary school, and we performed Jesus Freak. We were in the 4th grade, and then we went to do that for other talent shows in the community, and it was just a very fun time. But those things were like the building blocks of me being able to do Christian hip hop, realizing that I had a knack for writing, and then finding, a type of music that I liked and that, in this strange way appealed to me. And then as I, fast forward a few years later, I remember writing this song about Walmart, that parodied, that went along with the tune of Kid Rock's Cowboy. Kid Rock's Cowboy. And I remember, like showing this song off to people. Like, word got around, I went on this mission trip, and word got around that I wrote this song about Walmart. So, we're doing this mission trip where where we would have to go to houses and for people of lower income and repair their houses. And I remember going to different work sites, and youth would stop me. I was a youth at this time as well, and they would stop me and they'd be like, "Hey, aren't you that kid that wrote that Walmart song?" And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And so then, they're having me do it for us right now, right now, like on top of this roof right now, and so it was just things like that that really helped start to build those building blocks to get me to where I am now. And sometimes I look back at it and I'm like, man, it's taken 10 years to just get here. I really started pursuing it when I was 17, and so it's actually over 10 years because I'm 28 now. So but those kind of things don't matter. It's not, sometimes one thing I've realized is that we have to go through certain roads, and God had to get me through a lot of stubbornness and things like that in order to get me to where I am